Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, April 1st, 2016. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. And I am Todd. In campus news, today is April Fool's Day, and people will no doubt be playing pranks throughout the whole day. But on Tarleton's campus, today is known as Redshirt Friday, the first Friday of the month when everyone is encouraged to wear red in honor of the veterans who have fought for our country. Tarleton State University student and veteran Jake Dempsey says that seeing all the red shirts on campus means so much to him and all of the veterans on campus.
To me, it's just another way that people just actively remember that all of our guys are still overseas or have been overseas. It's the same as taking a yellow ribbon, putting it in our car, or just those little things that people do every day just to remember the sacrifices that our guys make, and so just to me it's just a way that people show gratitude and just kind of remember that the service is still always ongoing and whatnot. It's definitely something I'm proud of. I'd do it all over again if I could. There's sometimes I find that I miss it. Miss the craziness of it and the friendships and relationships I had.
According to Tarleton State University's coordinator of the Military Veterans Service Center, Stephanie Kilson, over 300 veterans are enrolled at Tarleton.
Our primary responsibilities are to process their veteran benefits, and we also help veterans and their families achieve their educational goals. We help them when they come into our office. If they have any questions about finding where places are on campus, we provide them all that information.
Kittleson also served in the United States Army for 5 years as an intelligence analysis, took 2 tours in Iraq, and just recently graduated from Tarleton with a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies. If you are a veteran and would like to receive services from the Military Veterans Service Center, you can contact them at 254-968-1805 or visit them in the Tarleton Center. In regional news, a unique Stephenville home has opened its doors to the public for a huge estate sale. The 6,000 square foot brick plantation mansion on the corner of Ollie and Frey Street is holding what Alamo Aztec estate sales call the estate sale of the century. 2 floors of the home holds intricate antiques, paintings, and fur coats, furniture, and even an 1800s Ringling Brothers circus poster. The home is well known among Stephenville residents as one of the most interesting and mysterious houses in town, and many are excited by the opportunity to see inside the home. According to the tax records, the home is owned by Henry and Randall Lance and was previously owned by former Tarleton student Grace Chandler Caldwick. It is unknown if the house will be sold after the estate sale concludes. However, Alamo Aztec estate sales owner Matt Kilgore says that the house is still packed with items to be sold, and the sale will continue in April. If you'd like to look at the items in the estate sale, contact Alamo Aztec Estate Sales at 254-459-8658 or visit them tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And now today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, the NCAA Final Four will tip off in Houston tomorrow. The Associated Press National Player of the Year and Coach of the Year were officially announced yesterday at the AP News Conference. Denzel Valentine is the first Michigan State player to win the AP National Player of the Year, and Bill Self of Kansas was awarded Coach of the Year for the second time. The two both reflected on the honor, but also wished their teams were playing in the Final Four. Valentine says, "The last 2 weeks have been tough, and it's hard to duck the tournament. It's wherever you go." Self also said he would give up his trophy to be coaching the Final Four, but this year's team will always be one of his most special groups he's had. In national news, Virginia State Trooper Chad P. Derrimer was fatally shot when a gunman in a bus terminal in Richmond. 2 women are also shot but are recovering. The gunman was killed by 2 other troopers and his identity is being withheld until his family is notified. Passenger Najee Wilson said that his bus was arriving at the station when he heard the gunshots and saw people scattering. The AP reports that City Councilwoman Reva Trenmel called the incident the saddest day in the city of Richmond. Chief Alfred Durham from the Richmond Police Department said, "It's unfortunate these are the days we're living in, where folks want to harm law enforcement." In international news, Syrian officials have been working hard to save the nation's most prized antiquities from the fate similar to the destruction that has been done by the Islamic military group in the famous town in Palmyra. Syrian officials have risked their lives, and several have been killed trying to save these antiquities. Officials have emptied 29 out of the 34 of the country's museums. Ancient statues, bowls, and jugs have been brought from all around the country to Damascus to be photographed, logged, and packed for shipment to undisclosed locations. Yaroub al-Abdullah, head of the National Museum in Damascus, said, "The idea was that there was a fear due to the situation and the struggle, so we emptied the museums. It was a strategy to protect the heritage and antiquities. Saving the antiquities is all an effort to protect the heritage for Syria's future generation, and the antiquities officials are not slowing down anytime soon." Now, for the weather report, we go to Morgan Cavett.
Thanks, Corey. It's a cloudy day outside here at the OA Grant building. It's currently 53 degrees outside with a wind chill of 48 degrees. We're going to see a high of 58 degrees and a low of 38 degrees today. You might want to keep your umbrella handy this afternoon because there's a 50% chance of rain. Back to you, Corey.
Thanks, Morgan. Today's broadcast was produced by Cassie Stafford, Morgan Cavett, and Sydney Burns. You can follow us on www.texannews.net. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Corey Todd. Tune in Monday for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.